Pull yourself down. Good. And let's just start to set our starting position. So think about those feet, just make sure that they're in a hip width apart. So not too wide. We're not wide, we're not taking our feet out to the edges of the mat. They're in line with the sort of inside of your hips. Knees are bent. Slight small arch in your lower back. Chest bone is softened. Your lower jaw is soft. And the shoulder blades are just melting into the mat that's underneath you, okay, or the floor, whatever's there. Hands are by our side, and we're going to start with our pelvic tilt. So thinking about that marble, we're rolling that marble out of our tummy button, just a little way up, and curling up our tailbone. And then we're going to roll the other way. So now we're going to tip forwards, tip the pelvis forwards, and create a slightly bigger arch in the lower back. Rolling back again, so tucking up that tailbone gently. And then uncurling the tailbone and arching through the lower back. Hands are just out to our sides. Collarbones are open. And your gaze is straight up to the ceiling. A few more pelvic tilts. So just curling and uncurling the lower back. And the next time that we're curling up our tailbone, I'd just like you to curl up a little bit further, press through the feet, and peel your hips off the floor. Keep the breastbone soft, keep the jaw soft. Everything else should be relaxed. The activity is just happening around our lower back and our pelvis. And then start to bring the spine back in contact with your mat and relax through that pelvis. 3 more. So curl the tailbone up, press down evenly through your feet, and think about lengthening those thigh bones. So just gently making them as long as you can. And then relaxing and coming back down. Same again. As you start to lift, draw that pubic and lengthen those thigh bones as if you could stretch them. If you could stretch them, have that feeling. And back down again. Last one. Rolling up, pressing down through those feet, connecting that pubic bone to your tummy button, and coming back. Okay, bring yourself into neutral. So just neutral spine, that's a very shallow arch in your lower back, and bring your left knee into your chest. Squeeze that into your chest. And now take the right foot to the end of the mat. So slide the right leg away. And I'd like you to really connect with your heel, the back of your leg, the back of your thigh, and your bottom into the floor. So imagine you're really feeling that pressure through the right leg into the floor as you bring your left knee into your chest. Okay, well done. Slide the right foot up, place the left foot back on the mat, and first of all, bring the right knee into your chest. Hold around the front of the knee. And then slide the left foot to the bottom of the mat. And again, think about really connecting that left foot and the back of the calf, hip, as best you can into that floor. So we're trying to make sure we really extend through the knee and lengthen that leg. Connect through the floor there. Well done. Now, if you're happy to bring both knees into your chest, bring both knees into your chest. If you know that you shouldn't curl up too far, just leave them slightly away from you. Okay. And then as you let the knees go, keep the heels as close to your bottom as you can. Place them back on the mat. And keeping the heels stacked and the knees stacked, take your legs to the right-hand side. Keep your gaze up to the ceiling. Gently squeezing through the heels and the knees. Come through the middle and take them off to the left-hand side. Again, gaze straight up at the ceiling. Right shoulder stays down. Knees are off to the left. Draw that pubic bone to your navel. Exhale as you bring the knees back through. So not breathing in, exhaling. And now you can breathe in and let them go to the right side. See if they can go a little bit further this time. Have a breath in. Draw that pubic bone to your navel. Breathe out. Bring the knees back through the center. And then breathing in as you go to the left. Well done. And back to resting in the center. Now the hamstrings are a muscle that sits along the back of our thigh and connects just past our knee. So let's bring our right leg, keeping the knee bent, so our toes are pointing up to the ceiling. And you rest your hands, interlace your hands, rest them around the back of the thigh, below the knee, and now try and press your heel up to the ceiling and pull your toes down towards your chest. And see if you can straighten that knee a little bit and feel that stretch along the back of your thigh, maybe even into your calf. Well done, everyone. Point the toes up to the ceiling. Point those toes. Point the toes up to the ceiling. And then pull the toes back down again and press your heel to the ceiling. That's it. Okay. Support the back of the thigh as you bend the knee and place the right foot back onto the mat. Interlace your hands behind the back of the left thigh, just below the knee. Straighten the leg up as you can. And we're drawing those toes down towards the chest and pressing the heel up to the ceiling and supporting the weight of the leg through your hand. Now point the toes up. Point the toes upwards. That's it. And then pull the toes back down. Soften that knee. Use the weight, the hands to support the weight, and place your foot back onto the mat. Okay, so from here, we're now going to take our band and we're going to tie our band relatively tightly around the knees. Okay, so not obviously ridiculously tightly, but don't leave it too loose. So the band is here around my knees, and we're going to take our ball in our hands. So bring those feet apart as we would do normally, and we're going to have the ball straight up above us. So we're taking away the hands by our side, and we're going to gently push out against the resistance of the band. And I'd like you to come straight up into a hip bridge. So we're not curling up, we're not curling through our tailbone and lifting up. We're taking the hips straight upwards. Okay. Pressing through the feet and squeezing your glutes. And then straight down again. Okay. This time, as you come straight up, squeeze the ball, take it over our head. Good. Using those abdominal muscles, keep us there. Lower the hips down, bring the ball back into your eye line. Okay, 6 more. Press up through the hips, take the ball over your head. 3, 2, 1. Lower down, bring the ball back into your eye line. Same again. Press, lift the hips. Hold the ball over your head. 3, 2, 1. Bring the ball back so you can see the ball. Last 4. Draw pubic bone to navel, lift your hips. Balls over your head. Or Teddy. Teddy might be over your head. And then bring Teddy back so you can see him. Okay, last 3. Pressing up. Draw pubic bone to navel. Lengthen that thigh bone. And then come back down again. And same again. Lift up. Exhale as we lift. Have an inhale. Exhale as we come down. Last 2. Exhale as we lift. Inhale. Exhale as we come down. Okay, well done. Now we're going to keep the ball here if you can. If you want to drop the ball because it makes you too wobbly and pop your hands by your side, then please do. We're going to do a little bit of marching in the bridge position. So same again, lift those hips up. We're either, first option is just to lift the left heel, followed by the right heel, and march like that, 8 each side. Second option, if you're happy to, is to draw that pubic bone to your navel, lift your foot, bring the leg to tabletop position against the resistance of the band, then place the left foot down, make sure you're engaging through your middle, bring the right leg to tabletop, and back down. So if you're lifting your heels, try and do 8 each side before going down, alternate, or we're going to alternate tabletop with the left leg, tabletop with the right leg. I'll go with the tabletoppers, okay? So take your breath in, draw pubic bone to navel, exhale, lift the left leg, inhale, lower back down. Exhale, lift the right leg, inhale, lower back down. Exhale, lift the left leg, inhale, lower back down. Exhale, lift the right leg, inhale, back down. Exhale, lift the left, inhale, back down. Check those hips are nice and high. Exhale on the right, inhale, back down. Exhale on the left, inhale, back down. Exhale on the right. Last one, left and righters. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Okay, come back down. Well done. You want to breathe up, pop your hands by your side. Absolutely fine. Next exercise, bring your heels together, bring your knees together. Lift your heels so we're all on our toes. Stay on your toes and take the left knee out to the side. Press out against that band and keep the right leg stable. And then inhale back again. So your left knee is like one half of a book. You're opening that page of the book. The right side is the cover of the book, that's staying still. And then you're bringing that left knee to close in against the right knee. Draw pubic bone to navel, exhale, left knee to the side, and back in again. Left knee to the side, and back in again. Keep going, left knee out to the side. Really keep that right leg as still as you can. and back in. It's a bit tough being on your right toes. Just place the right foot flat and leave the left heel raised. And back. And last one on that left side. Press out as far as you can. And exhale back in. Well done. Onto the right side. Keep those toes lifted. Keep the ball up in front of you. Right leg out to the side, drops to the side. Comes back together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, well done. Drop those heels down. And just rest your hands on your feet. Just circle those ankles around. Just lift the right foot up. Wiggle those ankles around just to loosen them off. And place that right foot back down. Left foot up. Wiggle your left foot around. And back down. Okay, now we're going to change over. So if you take the band off your legs and put the ball between your knees, you can leave the loop on the band. We're going to feed our hands through so the loop is around the band and the ball is between our knees and being squeezed. Right, so press out with the backs of your hands against that band. If having the double band is a bit much, just hold a single piece of band, and you have to untie it actually if you want to. If the double bit of band is a bit strong, just start by squeezing that ball with your knees whilst I untie this. So use your adductor muscles, squeeze the ball and let go, squeeze the ball and let go. If having a double band is too much, have a single thread of band. Okay, hold the band with the hands together. If you've got a single piece, pull it apart or bring the tension on the band with your hands out to the side. Squeeze the ball, lift the hips up, take the arms over the head. Keep that squeeze on the ball and keep pressing out against the band. So pulling the band out and back down again. Same again, lift up, squeeze the ball, take the band over our heads and back down again. 3 more. Pull out against the band, squeeze the ball as we lift up and come forwards and back down. Last 2. Squeeze, take the band over our heads, come forwards and back down. And last 1. Pull that band out as we come over our heads and back down again. Okay. Bit of shoulder work. Rest your elbows by your sides of your chest. And with the band, you're going to hold the right hand steady and just take very small movement. Just press the left hand out to the side by about 1 or 2 inches. And then back in again. This is working your rotator cuff on the outside of your shoulder. You sometimes do it in standing. Okay, so press that left hand out to the side, keep the elbow in at your chest, bring the left hand back in again. Squeeze the ball as you take the hand out to the side and the left hand back in. Squeeze the ball, take the hand out to the side and the left hand back in. Squeeze the ball, take the left hand to the side, keep the elbow against your chest and back in. Once more, squeeze the ball, take the left hand out to the side and the elbow back in. Okay, onto the right side. Right side, squeeze the ball, take the right hand out to the side and back in again. Keep that chest open. Open your clavicles, open your collarbones, and back in. 3 more. Out to the side, and back in. Squeeze the ball with your knees, take the band to the side. Back in. Last 2. Squeeze with your knees, and back in. Last 1. Squeeze knees, arm out to the side, stretch that band, and then another. Well done. Relax those arms, circle those shoulders, and we're going to come onto our side. Now, for those of you that are able, let's just pop the band and the ball to one side for a second. If you're able to, if you feel capable, then I'd like you to try having your forearm resting on the mat with your shoulder over your elbow. Your knees are slightly forward of your hips. Yeah. And we're going to do some hip lift. Okay. Now, for those of you that don't feel comfortable putting the pressure through the shoulder and the elbow, that's fine. We're going to come down onto our side. Okay. But for those of you on your side here, if you bring your arm up, then I'll be able to see those of you that are doing this exercise. Okay, great. Quite a lot. Super. Okay. Okay, super. And back down, that's 2. If you want to put your hand on the floor to steady yourself as you lift your hips, that's fine. Come back up again. 3. And lower back down. 3 more if you can. Lift that hip, lift the top hip up. 4. Good. 5. 1 more. 6. Hold it there for 5 if you can, or lower it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Okay, well done, everyone. We're going to extend that top leg out. You can either stay in this position or pop yourself down onto your side. Okay, extend those toes. So that top leg, extend that hip, lengthen that leg. Imagine I'm pulling that leg away from you. Like, lift it up above hip height, and we're going to draw a circle. Comes forwards first, and then out behind us. So that circle is about the size of a hula hoop. Well done. Imagine I'm pulling that leg away from you. Draw those toes. That big toe is drawing a hula hoop on the wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stay at the top of your hula hoop. Stay at the top of your hula hoop, the highest point of your hula hoop. Stay there for 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now bring the leg forwards, just into your peripheral vision. Pull the toes up towards you. Take the heel out behind you. Good. Point the toes. Bring that leg forwards. Pull the toes up towards you. Press the heel out behind you. So you're now drawing a line along that wall with that big toe, a straight line along the wall with your big toe, and the leg is above hip height. And back. Forwards. And back. 2 more. Forwards. Legs coming forward. Then you're taking the heel back. Now the toes are coming forwards. Now the heel's going to come back. Now keep that leg there in that position, in line with your hip, 10 pulses to finish. Little pulses up. 10, 9, 8. Connect that pubic bone to your navel. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Bend that knee and lower that leg down. Good. That should have really been working on your hip, side of your bottom. Yeah? Okay, good. Bring yourselves up onto that position. Lengthen that leg. I'm going to drop the arm that's on the top side over your ear and see if you can reach over. Draw those bottom toes away from your mat and the top fingers away from your mat. So just lengthen that top side. Good. Super. Okay. Excellent. Bend the knees. And let's swivel back round to the other side. Turn yourself around. Come onto your side. If you're not happy being on your side, go onto your back and do some little like bridge up. Come down to hover, bridge up. Okay, we're going to bring the arm straight up above us. So your knees should be slightly forwards of your hips. Fingers spread, your 5 fingers spread onto the mat and your elbows underneath your shoulder. Yeah, and keep those knees together. Lift the bottom hip up and push up to the ceiling. Good, well done. That's one. And drop down. Connect that pubic bone to your navel. Exhale as you lift up. Inhale as you come down. Good. Exhale as you lift up. Inhale as you come down. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you lower. 3 more. 3, 2. Yep, that's it. Last one. Lift up, draw that pubic bone to your navel. Work that bottom glute muscle and hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And down. Okay, down onto that side. If you don't want to go onto your side, go onto your back. And I'll give you an alternative instruction. Okay, for those of us on our side, lengthen the top leg. Keep those toes nice and long. Lift the hip up. Lift the leg up above hip height and draw hula hoops, size of a hula hoop with your big toe. If you're on your back, you can do exactly the same. Bend one knee, bend one knee, straighten the other leg out and draw a hula hoop from inside to outside. Okay, so you follow what I'm doing, but you're just on your back. Nice and long. Keep that connection in those lower abs. Draw that hula hoop on the wall. Let's do 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay above hip height. Imagine I'm pulling your leg away from you again. And we're going to draw a line on the wall now. Straight line forwards. Bend pull the toes up. Take it behind you. If you're on your back, draw your line across the floor with your heel. You're taking your leg out to the side and back into the center. Back. Forwards, should be feeling at the side of your bottom. Back. Pull toes forwards. Press the heel back. Point the toes forwards. Press the heel back. Point the toes forwards. Press the heel back. Last 2. Point the toes forwards. Press the heel back. Okay, come forwards in line with your hip. Lengthen that leg again. Draw that pubic bone to your navel and pulse up for 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Bend that knee and lower that leg back down. Should have been feeling it in there, hopefully. Okay, so those of you that are happy to come onto all fours, come onto all fours. If you don't like to come onto all fours, make your way up into standing. And in standing, you can do a roll down. On all fours, spread your 10 fingers on your mat. Distribute the weight through your shins, not your knees. Arch that back into a cat position. If you're not supposed to arch too much, don't arch too much. And just drop yourself down into the cow, as we call it. Roll up that back again. Down into the cow. Back to neutral. Tuck your toes under and get ready to lift your knees into a pike position. So tuck your toes under, connect your pubic bone to your navel, spread your 10 fingers, press down through the mat, lift the knees and come up into your pike. Well done, everyone. That looks great. Super. Just press down the heels a little bit, maybe one side more than the other. You get that stretch through the back of the legs. And then start to work your hands back towards your feet. Soften the knees. And you're going to come up into standing. Okay, I'm just going to put my book under. Okay, now, if you need a chair for balance, this is the time to get your chair. And we are going, if you want to, back with the band around our thighs to make us work a bit harder with our squats. If you want to, if squats is hard enough for you, don't put the band around. And you're very welcome to do sit to stand. So if you don't feel you want to squat, you can bring your chair in and you can do a sit to stand from the chair when I'm talking about the squats. Okay, so you do all the same movements but as a sit to stand. Right, so let's get these thighs and bottoms and hips working. So feet outer hip width apart, band just above the knees there. Yeah, and down into our squat. Press through the feet and back up again. Open the hips. Press down through the feet, lower your bottom, stand back up and extend. Press down and up you go, and that's 2. Down and up. Okay. You see my bottom goes backwards and my knees don't track over my toes. So try and think about your hips pushing back as you go down. Not that. Yep, so we're not just bending the knees forwards over the toes. That puts too much pressure on your kneecaps. We're using our big muscles to support us. 6. Press out against the band if you can. 7. 8. 9. 10. Hold that 10th one. Hold it there. Press through your feet. Keep your breathing. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Slowly come up. Let's go down again. Go down as far as you feel comfortable into that squat. Keep your knees pushing out against the band. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press through those heels and back up again. If you need a rest, just have a sit down. Let's do 3 more. down into that squat. Hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull back up. Last two. Legs should be warming up by now. And down again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pressing up. Last one. Well done, everyone. Last hold for 10. Down into that squat. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly back up. Super. Hold. Shake those thighs out. And we're going to try some taps. So if you want the chair in front for balance or to the side of you, please do. We're going to do, let's say get the chair. Okay, so let's do a mini dip. So halfway into your squat. So halfway into your squat, so you can control it quite nicely. And then shift the weight onto your left leg. Point the right toes out to the side and see if you can lift those right toes and tap the floor. This is where it's important that knee doesn't waver inwards. So if you've got the band there, push out against that left knee, press through the left foot, draw pubic bone to navel, lift the right toes, tap back down. Well done. Put a hand on a chair if you need to. And again. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well done. Bring yourself back to your squat. Should be nice, warming up that glute, that quad. Halfway down into a little squat again. Shift your weight to the right side. Keep that knee out over those toes. Point that left leg, toes supporting you. Hold the weight of the chair if you need to. Draw pubic bone to navel. Press through the right foot. Lift the left toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. You might find you're stronger this side if you're right-handed, right-footed. 6, 7, 4, 8, 9, 10. Well done. Back to the center. Good. Shake those legs. Calf muscles. So we've done our thighs, done our glutes. We need to do our calves. So we're going to do that a little bit wider. Widen your feet a little bit. Turn them out to about 11 and 1 on the clock face. Open those knees out. So open the upper hips. Squat yourself down a little bit. Lots of thigh work today. And lift your heels. Good. Open those hips as the heels are lifted. Lower the heels back down and lift again. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. Check those knees. 15, 14. Oh, I've got the shakes. 13, 12, 11, 10. Extend the knees slightly. Come up a bit on your challenge your balance. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's hold it for 10. 10, 9, 8. Pubic bone to navel. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And down. Well done. Okay, let's take the band off. Let that slip down to the floor. And it's time we did some stretching at the end. So feet nice and wide. Float up the right arm to your ear. Yeah. And then slide the left hand down, soften that right knee, slide down over to your side slightly. And keep that connection here. Make sure we're not falling forwards as we stretch. Keep the connection through those lower abs and keep that arm in line with your ear, because if you keep it in line with your ear, you're likely to stay upright. If you let it fall forward onto your forehead, you're going to tip forwards. So keep it in line with your ear. It will open your shoulders. Take a breath in. Exhale. Bring the right arm down. Bring the left arm up to your ear. Over to the side. Soften the left knee. And come down to that side. Okay, bring the left arm down. Bring the right arm back up. Come over to the side. And keep everything straight this time. Reaching over. And we're going to do our circle. So now start to come forwards. We're aiming for our right fingers to go to our left toes. Then draw a line between your toes with your fingers. And draw a circle with the fingers. Watch the fingers until the arm drops back to your ear. Okay, now we're rolling forwards again. Take those right fingers to your left toes. Draw a line on the mat between the two toes. Big circle. As you bring the arm back, let's get both arms in this time. So dangle that left arm forwards as well. Let's take the left arm down to the left toes and the right arm. And keep yourself both fingertips on the left toes. Or as close as you can to. Both fingers go across the front of the mat. And let's draw a circle with both. See how that goes. Okay, we've got both arms up above our head. So let's leave the right arm, the left arm there, sorry. Take the right arm down by your side. Now we're going to take our right fingers to our left fingers to our right toes. Left fingers to right toes. Draw across the front. And big circle. Into the right arm. Bring it back to your ear. Left fingers to right toes. Draw across. Big circle. Really big circle. Now we're going to join in with the right fingers. Take the right fingers down to your right toes as well. And draw a big line across. And stretch that right side over. And last one coming up. Down to the toes. Cross in front of you. And stretch as you come up. Open the arms down by your side. And small circles with the fingers. So just drawing small circles, about the size of your Pilates ball. Slightly increase the size to footballs. Now to hula hoops if you've got the space. And widen those hula hoops until you're making full circles with those shoulders. Good. Go back to your hula hoop size. Back to footballs. Back to Pilates balls. And okay, well done. Let's do our roll down to finish. If you're happy to do a roll down, roll down. If you don't like to roll down, it's not for you, then remember to pop your hands on your front of your thighs and just do some arching gently, C-shaping of the upper back. Okay. If you're happy to roll down, roll like a rag doll. Everything in the upper body feels heavy. And take your fingertips down to the floor. Keep the knees straight for as long as you can. Soften them when you need to. And just hang like that rag doll. And then bring yourself back up again. And circle those shoulders. Well done, everyone. Well done. Hopefully your glutes not too sore. Mine was shaking towards the end for the quads.